Alright, this is episode 6 of Chola. Well, it's a new era. Well, actually not quite, because if you recall from the previous episode, which we had a Tamil Maharaja, and he was Jain Ascetic, in which would live through an era of peace, or we would call it here the Jain era, because Jainism was the dominant religion of Tamilakam. But right now, it's us Hindus that have taken over, because our father, who abdicated the throne as he went to become an ascetic. And right now, I am Periyapillai Chola, the king of Tamilakam. And the reason why am I dressed like this, as well as why is the name like that, and tells everything. It's because he's Han Chinese, which I will soon have that culture changed to back to Tamil. This was a result thanks to our father, Parântaka the Pious, the Dingambara Jain Archaya, which he will sorely be missed, as he now lives in the Rashtrakuta Kingdom, the Kingdom of Telangana, homeland of the Telugu, as he's living in Warangal, which is the capital up there, which is our, northern neighbor up there, the big kingdom. The reason why he lives there is because this is our nephew. I say our because of us brothers running the place too. Yeah. Grandfather of that side of the family. My half sister is the Maharaja's mother, and now there's the grandfather. And I'm sure one would think, because you know how Jains are, they only travel by foot. They never use a cart, or on horse, or on an elephant. Like even in the modern times, they don't even drive a car. But that applies to clergy, I think. Maybe the Sharaka, anyways. So imagine that he walked all the way up until he's finally, in the palace in which this nephew of ours, Sanamba the Second, I don't know how you say that Kannada name, is wondering, like, who's this old naked man? And and someone smart enough, it says, that is your grandfather. He is a Jain Archaya. And I'm sure I was about to say, what's their opinion actually? Are they quite happy to see him? Well, the nephew's opinion on him is it's pretty good. The diplomacy up, and the fact that he's Archaya and the prestige he comes with it. But despite the religious differences, because the boy is Hindu and he's Jain, whereas for him, his opinion towards him, not so much. Mostly due to the fact that he's zealous. That he really loves the Jain faith over the Hindu faith, but nonetheless, they're family. So it's almost like a little family reunion of sorts up there. In which all I can say about Father is, well, he's the one that united the kingdom. But there is one county he left out. The Maldives, which is the de jure part of Tamilakam. That needs to be taken eventually. He left it out. Oh, but there's good reasons for that. Look at the military. Almost close to 2,000. By the time it'll be 2,000 strong. But our problem is, yes, we have the strength to take them on, but we do not have the ships. We do not have the amount of the fleet to carry all 3,000 plus of them over the Maldives, because if we try to invade them by amphibious landing, we'll be slaughtered. We'll all get killed before the battle reaches its climax. Because you know how deadly amphibious assaults can be in the history of warfare. All the way from the Trojan War through D-Day, and maybe later. If one were to think that for the history of that part of warfare. Anyways, so now, again, I have to get up to 500 prestige. But there is a way, as I have not established a religious branch. A person Any of the Eastern religions may confirm from one branch to the religion to another. Such choice may only be made once in a lifetime, however. I'll lose a bit of that prestige, but I'll gain a little karma. The four traditions of the Hindu faith are Shaivism, Vaishnavism, Shaktism, and Smartism. I decided to choose a new way, but which one it shall be. Since I want prestige, naturally it's going to be this. Shaivism, revering Shiva as a supreme. So him and my nephew will become Shivists. But the problem is that my nephew here, the Duke slash Raja, he's of a wrong caste. See? I do not like him because, I'm ambitious, and he holds some of the titles that I claim, that is with Gavelkind. But also you are of a wrong caste. You are lower than mine. See? Third caste hierarchy. Mine, Kshatriya, is second. And my half-brother, One-Eye Vikram, as I will call him from now on, at times, we're both Kshatriya, and he isn't. Kind of reminds me of another part of Indian history that some of you Indian viewers may be familiar with. Like how, back in the prior to the Mauryan Empire, Magda was ruled by the Nanda Empire, which its founder was a Shudra, which is servant caste, the fourth one in the hierarchy, because the guy who would become Maharaja was the son of a barber, and somehow he rules the country, and he tends to be Kshatriya. Whereas for you, you are in a similar position, and plus, you are big and fat, and craven, so you're probably more likely to comply whenever I ask you to revoke those titles from me. Pandya Nadu and Twana Nadu are mine. Brother will keep Chara Nadu. Plus, there is good reasons. I think we should revoke first, so we can have more troops for the future conflict against the Maldives, and then eventually may fight against Sri Lanka, the Lamgana Kingdom, to make them pay tribute to us. We can't subjugate them because they're Indo-Aryan. We're Dravidian. That's how Indian subjugation caste spelling works. It's if you're of that same culture group. Like us Dravidians can only grab this whole, and we can't get this unless we get it through border disputes or have a claimant on that. So enough time's wasted. Let's put together the council, which I like how it's still the Jain Grandpa, which is whatever. Surprised you're still around, old man. Xing Jun Sima. Oh, Marshal. It's Han Chinese or Marshal. You're a good commander, but... Well, since you lost your eye and your combat skill's pretty good, but... Since you wanted to be in the council, I'll give you Marshal, but honestly to me, you belong in the battlefield, but one day you will return to the front line. I'll make sure of that someday. Guess you're the best that we have. We gotta collect taxes. We'll keep the army organized. No need to train troops, because the levy size is just fine for the potential invasion of the Maldives. I say potential because we've got some more work to be done. But for once, I will pick my focus to hunting. No need for war, because I already have these two traits. So I'm fine. And should I get myself in a battle, well then... Oh, don't worry about it. I'm confident. We could... Should he refuse the revocation, I will definitely fight. choose my patron deity, since I'm Hindu. Shiva. Right. Look, I'm pretty well skilled. I'm a polymath and a Confucian. You know, educated in Chinese education, which, mind you, part of the university mod. That's how that works. Which one's the lowest? We'll find the one that's for learning. Ganesha, remover of obstacles. Sounds fitting. This one goes 11, this one goes 12. Just want to keep it even. And I'll get married later. Which I wouldn't really get karma. I could choose some other ambition. More chest. Remember, if you extort those subjects, that means not everybody's going to look at you highly. So just wait a moment, alright? Just wait a few months. I actually remembered something. What are the commanders at this time? Since Vikram is no longer commander, since I made him marshal. Oh yeah, prior to recording when I was looking through a list of characters, I remember seeing someone. Of my culture group? I'm in no mood of sending them money just to get their talent over here. Gee, that's a high martial skill for a woman. It's too bad you don't have one of those traits where I can make you a commander, but nonetheless, impressive. Bear with me, it's a long list, I'll find it. Give me a moment. Found her. Chinambike. Kannada, but most importantly, you see that trait here? Live for the sword. This character has no interest in politics or love. She only lives to fight and improve her skills. This is part of the Orders of the Chivalry mod. This is one of the characters that relates to that Fighters Guild, which is the Wheel of Life and Death. Though I cannot invite her to court. Yeah, you say no reason to move. But if I take her as a concubine, the guy will say yes. So even though it's like, what do you mean you're gonna take her as a concubine, and yet she's, you know, celibate for war or something like that? Oh, don't worry. Once I have her here, I'll set her aside and I'll make her one of the commanders. It's just I wanted to find one of the best in the world. It took me a while to search for it. Again, can't marry the person. Impossible. And due to me being Han Chinese, it says, adopt a system of Chinese imperialism in which one divine emperor ruling over multiple vassals in a system of regulations and bureaucracy. Which of course only happens if you are an emperor. But I look forward to go back to being Tamil. You are doing a vassalization war to there. Oh, if this further expands the realm, then I'm for it. Oh, by the way, we took one of the best warriors from it. Look, you don't fight for your country. Not exactly a mercenary, but it's just we're looking for one of the best in the world. So now just put your armor on while I set you aside. Yeah, the opinion goes down when I set her aside, but oh, don't worry about it. She's attracted me because I'm strong and groomed. Because I was blessed this way. Yeah, you have the strength to do it, Vikram. Don't extend yourself. Wait until we have 100 gold and then, just wait until we have 100 gold. Oh yeah, they're revoking all the cities and temples because they were Jains and now Hindus have taken over and... What? Well, I guess it was really attractive because of the way I look. As I said, can't really pregnate it, but it's like, screw it. See what happens. I went to her chamber and gave her a good tumble. Well, it's good to be the king slash Maharaja. Ain't that something? If I manage to impregnate her, then... Whew boy! Then Periyapillai? Periyapillai, yeah, I got the name right. Remember to pronounce that name. It may be easier for the Tamil viewers to pronounce the name, but for me, well, it's a little. Okay, starting this November. Revoke the titles so we can get a little more strength. I was about to say, what are the Kalingas doing here? Oh, vassalization. You're allies with them. Won't matter. Can't stop them. Okay. Alright, you bastard. Bishop brother of mine. Give me the duchy. If you do not, there will be hostilities, and you and I aren't gonna like it. Because I have more of the strength than you could imagine. Oh, Jiminy Christmas, I made a mistake. Now he has more troops than I do. Well, sorry about that. Yeah, you just beat a marshal and trained the troops. Should have assassinated him. Or put a bounty on his head. Ooh, can't do that. That would put me in debt. Yep, we are surrounded. As I said, no offense. Yeah, political concerns. If you end up being in prison, I will release you because you're my brother. Whereas he is the black sheep of the family. I was just trying to find the right words, but in the how many friends do I have from the academy? During my time at a Chinese academy? Plenty. But I have 3 rivals. Only one man, though. Who's Karuk. I shouldn't worry about him. The Sandman? How much money do you have? I'm risking my life, so I like to get paid. To teach Prince Parântaka how to use a sword must be the most hazardous job in the whole world. I told him exactly that. Prince Parântaka still insisted, so I told him I want some safety, for I feared Prince Parântaka would injure me, though unintentionally. He saw the wisdom and agreed, and you only pay me with 1. And putting on this Chinese armor. Maybe after this war I could finally become Tamil. What's your skill? You're good in a narrow flank, but also leading the center. Well, I guess you'll have it front and center while I will... What side has most troops in the flank? I'll stay here. And bring the Mongol. Seems we all have the way of the dog. We're going in. One of my guards caught the Thakur Nagasima Fingerpur and steal one of my artifacts. Who are you exactly? since I have very little vassals, and the rest from Jain, I think I can get away with it. I was thinking about steal one of my books, or did I say steal one of my books? Steal one of his books. Easy for me to say. Or just ransom, because we need the money to finance this little war. You're just a little misguided man, right? And you are from there. So, pay up and get out of here. And don't steal again! Your intrigue is too low. Plus, Hoop's probably trying to steal either this or this. Since he failed, that's what he gets. So here they come. They're going to be crossing the Kaveri River. Maharaja is coming this way. And we're going to hold the line and defeat these guys. But I want to know your commanders. So, your mayor is leading front. He may be brave, but if he gets into the duel, that would break his, that would violate his vow for ahimsa. Non-violence, even if he's not a member of the group. So go on. Get out of here and don't steal again. You got that? Shaktiest fool. Go have babies, since he's all about fertility. If it gets ugly, then we may have to call for some friends like them, but no one's gonna help us. And what happens, in theory, if I lose this war? I will abdicate to this goof. That cannot happen. And if it gets pretty dangerous, then we may have to hire some cheap mercenaries and extort subjects while we're at it. So we'll just see how this goes. Slow down the time. They crossed the river. That's a big penalty for them. Now everybody's here. That's pretty decent martial. The Mongol is experienced. And my love of warriors. So no flank skills. Harassing them. We continue the volley tactic as we broke their center. Now we're advancing on them. I have to pay attention to tactics every time we come to big battles such as this. We got one of their mares. What you got there? Mahabharata. Wait a minute. Did it say castrate? Hang on. Oh yeah, I thought it applies to only the Byzantine cult. I thought it's only the Byzantine cultures, just like the Assyrians I did in a previous series, that are allowed to castrate a blind. I didn't know Chinese, the Han Chinese can castrate too, which is of my culture. We also captured the Negranta. Again, all of you are giants, so I will show mercy against you. You all became commanders because of that guy's own will, since he had no idea what he's in for in that part of the cast here. March to Madurai and take that county. So we can revoke it. The brother will be left alone. It's not his own fault. If we fight again, then Then again, he's craven, so he never became a commander. Vikramaditya has gained this county, which I would congratulate him. If that sway event pops up. And I'll get some prestige after this war, and I'll go back to being Tamil. Okay, get back. We can't cut him off. Too late for that. Ah, no, don't go there. And being up in the hills isn't any better. Oh, we're luring them over here again. But this is going to be even ground. No river crossing. We took some of their commanders, which they're all inexperienced. Because they never faced war like this before. But who could blame them? See what I mean? These are all mayors and negrantas. One of which is a court poet of theirs. As if my Vaishya bastard brother knows anything about poetry. Oh, Grandma. My Kannada grandma passed away. Just in face. And I noticed, my queen mother rival. That's how I got the ambition. That's how he got the ambition. That's before, you know, became King Maharaja. Some charge of opportunity. Oh, I took a beating on that. No, no, no. Over around. Okay, that one was more deadly than the last. I'm sure when my father hears the news of what's going on down at the kingdom that he helped created and brought peace and prosperity to the Tamil Jain community, and look what we're reduced to. What would my father think of me now? Like, they made him a commander up there, and he's leading troops. Well, that's still ongoing. In fact, after I sway you and make you turn the other way, Vikram, when this is over, I'm gonna have to sway my father and get out of that country and come back here. It's a mistake. But calm down, will ya? Also, sorry about this. I'm gonna have to do it. Yeah, triple taxation. Which I don't think they'll be revolted anytime soon. But I need it because we need mercenaries. Give me the cheapest one. Let me see. Rajput. What are you doing up there? Get down here. We're not going to advance until you come down here. And we need to finish this war fast because of this income. Not to mention this triple taxation thing is going to bite us in a hurry. But don't worry, there's other ways where we can get money. Welcome aboard. Now occupy the rest. At least we'll have some of that silk money just to keep the economy going, or lack thereof. Matter of fact, there's statistics for that. Oh, triple taxation does affect it. Damn it. Yeah. What a great first year it's been. I guess we'll have to fight him one more time in order to win. Wait for it. Well, guess we got no choice but to fight in even ground. And since we hired mercenaries, they're probably going to take a big loss. My knowledge of the Confucian philosophy has convinced me I should write a book commenting its main ideas. We'll see how this goes. An elephant has gone crazy and is running amok in the town outside the castle. It's already killed several people. What shall we do? That's because there's a war going on here. Capture it! A couple of veteran elephant handlers managed to snare and capture the elephant. It's been brought to the safe distance. Excellent. And that lowers the revolt risk. By the way, these elephants are from the Rajput band. So you could say those elephant handlers were Rajputs. Despite now being his opponent in the war, I still feel I could try reaching out to Vikram in some way. At least have high diplomacy skill, and he'll look at this one. If we fight, let us fight honorably, should it ever happen. I was happy to hear him. On our 1-1 on this issue, we both refrained from using underhanded tactics against each other during this war. You're just a Raja, not a commander. Good to know. Even though you are deceitful, but it's good to know, and you already have a daughter. Oh yeah, still no religious branch identified yet. So, thank you. At least we're neutral. You'll look at me more highly once this is over. Again, it's not your fault. And due to me being in a Han Chinese culture, so a noble has distinguished himself. Who's a Han Hindu, just like me, and a Shivist. Not that quite skilled, but you're welcome to live here. But then again, China is ruled by Mongols, who are Taoists. I'll get some more prestige out of this. All of your titles are mine. The two small countries fighting each other. And I guess the tributary war ended, so they're still free and independent. Oh, sorry. Sorry about this. Look, I know you're mad at me for being a prison and whatnot, and we're honorable, yes. So, as I said, it's not your fault. But I'll tell you whose fault it is. You. For being of the wrong caste. And you have a legitimized bastard son who is a Brahmin, not a Kshatriya. Brahmins should only be temple holders. Although there is such thing as Brahmin kings, but not for you. So, give me that. It's mine. I'll do something with the other. Remember, I have a claim of it, so all of that is coming home. I will only run Chola and Panyanandu. Panyanandu will be given to someone else until I figure out who. And finally, I was about to say, is castrate a little too cruel for that? 25% being cruel. And I got plenty of karma. As I said, wonder what my father would think of me now. But he's out fighting. Which all I could say is, please come back to this country. You shouldn't be here. But honestly, he's gonna get killed. Because he's missing a hand, and not to mention his vow to non-violence. He's our child. I mean, I understand there's too many duchies. Maybe I'll give it to some distinguished noble. No, not the Chinese man. What about the unlanded commanders, who are Tamil? You're Kshatriya. You're very good at your job. You? Duelist. I need you to front line as well. Obviously not her, because of different rules, and that one's from a different culture. Yeah, we already got too many people who know way to the dogs. Since you won a duel from that recent war, and you're a Kshatriya, so you could say he got promoted. You will run Koinai Nadu for me. Even though it should have been a Chola ruin, but there isn't enough us siblings. Hotapi Duchy. So he's a Tamil Jain. And get yourself a woman while you're at it. I mean, you proved yourself in battle, and this is why you deserve to run this area. While I keep the rest. Jinxed herself. Let me see this area. Does it have any shipyards? Remember the original plan. To take the Maldives. No? Well then, glad this madness is over. And revolt risk is reduced to 1%. It will be 0 once I know how. Get a quick one. Oh, and as for you, brother, I was thinking about castrating or make you go become a monk so you'll never bother us again. Lose 50? 50. And this bastard son of his, the bastard Brahmin son of his, will never inherit. So, I think I should order him to take the vows. So he's become a sannyasi. Since a nephew is heir to the kingdom, well, I'm gonna get rid of you. So that way, in this line of succession, Vikramaditya will be in second. Oh, and as for those two, give me the money, because we need some for the assassination. He lives here, right? Yes, in Tanjavur. We'll get along just fine, brother. I'll make you marshal again one day. Unless I have that option right now. No? Although I like the coat of arms there. Just a bright sun. You are a shining example of the great commanders of the Tamilakam. Also, you should have a minor title while we're at it. Designated regent, since you will soon be next in line. What would get his opinion up the most? This one. write a short letter to him. Don't worry. But apparently she's my cousin, who's married my half-brother. Oh, it's fine. I already have a daughter. Here's another reason of why I should raise more money. You see these? Ships. We can ship them across. Yeah. We'll soon have a 4,000 strong army again soon. And once we have them all together, then, wow. What was that about? I guess there was a bounty on him. Either a bounty on him or some other issue. You don't have any, rivals, do you? No, just a few friends. As I said, I wish I could only marry you, but that's impossible. Oh, perfect. Up the legalism. And, switch to late administration. Should I live long enough, I can switch to primal geniture and we'll have no more Galwakind nonsense. The council is no longer discontent, and I shall not extort the subjects anymore. Oh, I'm sorry, because that was due to wartime circumstance. And whenever the fired from council modifier is gone, then, oh! Now I become Tamil again, and I'll lose my prestige afterwards, so I catch myself thinking the Tamil language all the time. I govern the Tamil people of Chola Mandalam, but am I truly one of them? Yes, I am. And look at this crown now. Doesn't look anything like the crown on the Maharaja of Lanka. Mine's more golden. A lot of people are on board with this. Including the Kamenides. That's who you married? How old is she? Oh, you'll definitely have time for children. Oh yeah, those bunch of Jain Ascetics that my father left over here. Because my father said that it's like, I'm bringing all these Tamil Jains over here so we can make the community thrive. Oh, they're thriving. It's... Oh yeah, I guess that's a symbol of what Charanadu looks like. If we're of the same dynasty. This remains the same, so it doesn't... So don't worry, this country is half ran by Hindus and half ran by Jains. And soon we'll take over Maldives and it'll be part Buddhist too. But I need more money. Just wait until we have 300 gold. And we have 3,000 plus troops and more will be coming in. After many months writing, I realized that my book is nothing but a few randomly positioned notes. It would be much better to quit now before I embarrass myself. At least I tried. Confucianism isn't really for me. Remember to do a tiger hunt. Back in the Assyrian series, when I had my capital in Naldana, in the Pakistani part of Punjab today, I used to do tiger hunts as a pre-war ritual. And maybe we should start here. You know. Oh, by the way, since you took that land, then now he serves under you. Boy, that's a lot of books. Oh, only 6. Old age. Figures. Well, bring in the younger Jain. I mean, he's a genius. And a Muni. Again, one of the many ascetics that the father brought here. He'll be Chancellor. Let me see. Jain, Hindu, Jain. Council's full of Jains and one Hindu. Now hurry up and kill my brother. Wait until February, because that's when Tiger Hunt will start, and after the hunt, then go to war against the Maldives. Because it costs a bit of money to perform a tiger hunt. Can I make you marshal again? Because... Oh, thank you. I'm all about pleasing my brother here. But now, Father, who is 64 years old, I'm surprised you have not got into any fights, nor you killed anyone. Except for that one time this man died in prison because he was severely injured and the dungeon conditions wasn't enough for him. As I said, please come back. But even if I sway him all the way to 100 and send him a bit of money, I don't know if it'll be enough to try to get him back. But I could at least try. Just to try swaying him and keep tabs on him. He's my father, you know. Tiger. My father never went to tiger hunt. Oh, Vikram is gonna help. Because non-violence. But since I'm Hindu, I decided to organize a tiger hunt, which I'll invite my vassal to enjoy this occasion with me. Who's coming and who's not? And since it includes all the mayors and the Nirgranthas, that means those Jains are going to take part of the tiger hunt as well. The hunters and their respective entourages have gathered at the hunting camp. Retainers are available to see my every need, and soldiers will be useful for both guarding the camp and for flushing out any tigers. It should be a fine day. You got another daughter. That's from a concubine, okay. By the way, where'd you get these women? One's strong. The other sturdy and left-handed, and the other's normal. These are all the same dynasty. Oh, I think I know what. Since it's from that dynasty, and these are concubines of my brother's. Oh, I think when he besieged that area, he imprisoned those women, and he decided to... Did you really? Did you really? Yep, abducted. Knew it. Good job, my brother. That's all I got to say. Let's go hunting. Evening pastimes during the tiger hunt include playing at the cards. A group has gathered to play and I join them. Of course, the game is only interesting if I play for gold and silver. But how much will I bet? How much do these boats cost? That we're going to use them? 100 each. Play with low stakes. I had mixed fortunes in the card game. At the end, my wins and losses balanced out. Oh well. No tiger? No tiger. I lose a bit of prestige for that. Oh well. At least... maybe you could say nothing really productive happened. Well, now we'll soon start a war against Maldives, even though we're going to be up against a considerable force, including those event spawn troops. Because this man was an adventurer, which means that he got this island. He got the island nation through a claimant war. He conquered it, right? Yeah. This one conquered as leader of an uprising, peasant revolt, which he's still alive and lives in Congo. So he's from around here. And then you got this man who conquered by claimant. Dynasty. See? He's a doctor of philosophy and the Minister of Philosophy. So, Daham Sena, PhD. Your island design. Hey, wait a minute. So, you know, since he lives... No. Not landed. We have to take it. He gets prestige and not I? How about I get a bit of prestige, but I will soon transfer the vassalage to Rudda. He has Sri Lanka in his back pocket. Well, since he's lustful and whatnot. Just one last thing to look. Oh yeah, since you're a chancellor and a genius. Yes, we're Hindus living in an island full of giants. A land full of giants. So let's do it. I'm confident enough. And if the Lankan troops move into Madurai and besieged it... But, one last check. How many holdings? We have to take this over, and that over, and then it's over. Should be a short war. There. Here we go. And remember, we have no allies because political concerns prevents us from making alliances. Now call the Han junks and the Judging Corsairs. 18 gold a month that we'll lose. It better be quick. Can't send him any money. To show a piece of art to my father who's living up there. Lord knows what he's doing. They've sent some of theirs. Took advantage of us. But it's all small force. That's insignificant. Acceptable casualties, but... Oh, it'll take a long time for them to... Just go anyway. We got no turning back. Okay, we have to trim some of that. Okay. We have to organize it a bit here. Because again, we need all forces to... It should be enough. And this army will drive them out. Well, flank's a bit off, but... Yeah. But anyways. Actually, if you lead the charge, I'll go with you. And so is the old Mongol. Head to the Maldives, since they've sent some of theirs this way. And you're gonna have to drive these guys out of here. And that would be you. You're a duelist. Should be here, and take Jaipal with you. Cause morale damage. Oh, here they come. This is why we gotta make it quick. And we'll lose 20 gold a month. Guess that's their best man. Well, whatever you do, hold the line. You're the only ones that stand between Madurai and the rest of the island nation. Well, it's not exactly. I guess it is an island because there's a strait crossing. You see that little blue line there? I mean, ships can go through here. But they can walk by land. It was possible back then. And there's 14,000 of them guarding the island. This will make that amphibious assault, and remember, we'll suffer from a naval landing penalty, and this is the penalty. It's definitely gonna hurt us, but we must do it. We have more than half of their amount of troops, and we're only sending our best. And we'll be coming in half a morale, because that's what it does when you make a landing such as this. As they assemble the army, and there's going to be another landing, which I said, stay put. We'll sacrifice them. Invasion of the Maldives, here we come. Why you? Our ongoing struggle outside of Mahal brought out the best of our military strategists. One of them is a Tamil veteran of a pension of innovation. He suggested that he retire from the battlefront and return to Chola Kingdom to continue his work, safe from flying arrows. Well, since we're going to be a bit short on cash, guess we'll need you. We made a successful landing, and since they have no other county to go, that means the rest of their troops disappeared despite the number of survivors that you see. And we're going to take this pretty quickly, actually, because we'll overwhelm them. But soon they're going to be overwhelmed by 1,200 of them. Well, what you're going to do? We're going to sacrifice a few of them. Take both holdings, and we win. Simple as that. Till the 30th of July. You may have cancer, but it's a mild one. But you got the morale damage, so you may hurt him a bit. And you know how to retreat fast, should the battle be lost. You may be a giant, but you are one of its best fighters here. And these guys come in the system. They'll be overwhelmed, but Hopefully just give him a bloody nose while you're at it. They're both going to be there at the same time. Actually, remember, once Maldives is taken, it'll be part of our territory and we can, you know, dismiss these troops with no penalty. Now there's their commanders. One from Maldives, one of theirs. Siege leader, aggressive leader. Him? Nothing much about him other than he's a doctor of natural philosophy. More reinforcements coming this way, and we already lost ours. Then again, it wasn't much of it anyhow. It's only this one that has the most troops. Cost cutting. Oh. Yeah, they were overwhelmed. But look at here. God dang it, man. Don't be cowards. Not saying in battle, but to assassinate or not to assassinate. We'll take this holding fast. Soon the war will be won. Hurry up. 100%. See what I mean? I was trying to be a little smart. And we had to send these guys to Madurai. Some would say cannon fodder. No. It's just a delay action. So they could prevent besieging Madurai while we take the island. Which we've won that war. And I get a bit of prestige. See? Everybody's back here. And you want the Maldives? Sure. Oh, it's this way. Here, you can have them. Just increase your opinion towards me a bit more. Now that you are the marshal again. Who else wants to be in that plot? The old Mongol. And my lover. And the mayor too. Yeah, just add a few more and that's that. Assassinate my brother so we can make Vikramadicha. And you got a son. Parântaka. Attractive. Yeah, now we'll soon know where he got his good looks from. And I'm in no rush of being married or having a woman or having concubines. You too. So you had a few more. And I know you hate me because of attempted murder so many times. Wish I could imprison you right now, but everybody would be viewed me as a... Never mind. My co-conspirator Kula Devi, Klinga Gunga, Yes, word that the carriage is traveling on, that the man's traveling on, will soon suffer an unfortunate accident, leaving no survivors. Those things are death traps. If I get known murderer and a part of a kinslayer, familial kinslayer, so be it. Actually, we should hold Diwali. You know, just make it look like, oh, don't worry, life is normal. Jewelry for my lover. Again, a small box of perfume would do. Again, short on cash. We put too much stock on ships for overseas expeditions and assassinations. Success. The carriage was sent flying over the edge of the cliff with him still in it. The driver, I believe, has also been dealt with no one, with leaving no loose ends that could tie me to this event. I guess we can assume it happened somewhere over there in this region. Shame on such a nice carriage, though. Now he will never know. Well, since he became a sannyasi, since he's away, where did he live? Where does he live? Madurai County. Because Pujari is here. Which, by the way, does that mean that... Oh, no, no. Self-annoying. Well, he's the only other resident. As I said, we don't have to worry about anyone anymore. Just want to make my brother happy. And now you serve under him, much as this other person serves him. And I've yet to get a hunting event of sorts. And finally, what's my father doing? Vomiting. Getting sick, right? Go. What are you doing up there? Oh, Baha Kingdom, you're allied with them. Nepalese. Tibet is trying to expand upon the Indian subcontinent. Bah, not Bah. But you know what I mean. It's a little confusing, but nonetheless. Anyways, continue with the Diwali. Yeah, it's a late one, but still. I'm Hindu. I was wondering why you have a child that looks like that, but I get it now. Got some karma out of that. The next time we fight another war, we should make them pay tribute. Because political concerns, like, we should be allies, but since you don't want to be allies, well then I'll make you one. Or whatever. There's words for that. That will happen eventually. Just let's raise a little bit of money. But since it isn't too costly, and this modifier will go away, then we have ourselves a bit of a deal. You see, that's why they call me the Wise, because I'm the polymath. Yeah, actually, you're that most. And it's spread to the Guzijin. Yeah. I was never graduated, but I was a dropout. I heard of the newness of philosophy and could feel that its methodic, respectful, and epistemological ideas certain similarities with the Confucian philosophy. Well, since it did me nothing, talents for stewardship and this for diplomacy. Oh, give that a change. Give that a chance. Give me something else. My father's out there. And he's not doing too well. Especially they sent him to the Himalayas. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Look, my father loves me, but my mother, uh, she knows about my rule of tyranny a little. That was due to the extortion. Friend? Please take my advice. Okay, we'll fight this one more war, and then we'll close that episode. Got good enough money, so... Again, every time when we raise troops, it doesn't cost that much, so... 4,000 versus 1,000 of them. We're gonna make them pay tribute to us. Not a tributary state, but to extort tribute. But he's got a friend, and it's the Maldives, which I don't think they'll join, because there's no way they can break away. That would be rebellion. And apparently, he changed his culture and religion too, to Tamil like us, so... What's with the change? Thought you were gonna remain Buddhist. Nonetheless. Since you cannot have a non-aggression pact with us nor ally with us, then we're gonna fight for it. You will pay for us, and you will be called into my wars. Actually, move to Madurai. There you go. Surrender now. He's not surrendering. It's usually people who are craven or content that they have a tendency to surrender in tributary wars. Or they fear your military might if you have way more number of levies than them. My friend, who is the king of Abyssinia, I didn't know we were classmates together. As in, it's like, hey, we're from the Chinese Academy, I guess we met at some point and we're friends. So, you sent me a pet dog. So, I'll accept this gracious gift. Got a hunting dog. Which I'll name him Hunter because I am one. Trying to be. Remember, this isn't about territory. This is about making that man submit and pay money to us so we can further increase our income, which is something that we're having trouble with these days. It's over in Europe. Don't be concerned about that. It's plains territory, so it's even ground. We should be fine. It's only here, in the southeast end of Sri Lanka, is where the hills are. Actually, you should go straight for the capital. If we can try to, I don't know. May never know, there's a chance we could imprison their women and children. Yeah, they're going way out of there. We'll come back to deal with them if they try to besiege one of the counties. My dog is growing quickly and is no longer a little puppy. Runs fast and has a keen nose, and my dog handlers praise his good character. Good dog. No prisoners. Maybe we should defeat them in battle one more time. Keep marching. Chase them down if you have to. And the Maharaja is there. If we can get him, don't kill him, but capture him. As I'm swinging my blade clumsily in front of me, my trusted dog gnaws at the legs of my enemies as the battle rages on over the plains. There's a cry from a soldier nearby. Incoming arrows, my lord! Watch out! What is that dog? Thwack! Rajkumar. Oh, I'm a better commander than he is. Where's the enemy commander? I'll kill him myself. I'll chase down the Rajkumar and I'll pull off for a personal duel while my soldiers tend to my wounded animal. My opponent seems to be getting tired. His moves becoming slower. Straightened by the cheers of the crowd, I thrust my bastard sword hard into his chest. To his surprise, clears on his face as blood fills his mouth. I must have hit something important. I killed the Rajkumar, who was the heir to the kingdom. And because of this, the alliance between him and my father, who is not a reigning monarch, the alliance is broken down. That is a statement. And now the aunt of mine will... Would you like to come home? No? Okay. Reside there if you like. It's your choice. I'm sorry. He hurt my dog, and this is what he got. That's karma for you. But that again, that idea came from Jains. I like how they call their Maharaja the Chaste. I wonder how he's doing. Inquire about his good health, even though he's vomiting. Just want to know how you're doing. You know, you're malnourished and you're vomiting and whatnot. He's really touched my concern and assured that I will be the first to receive news about his health, for better or worse. This is wonderful. As I said, I wish you'd come back home, but I just wanted to... At least you have a mild treatment. At least someone's taking care of you. You're 66 years old, for goodness sakes. I'll be surprised you'll live up to 70. Go all the way down there. And we'll finish this war. There's the Maharaja. For what? What's his crime? Hey, hang on. Did you kill someone? You're a kinslayer. I mean, clearly you killed someone. Said it's a known murderer. I mean, he's a known murderer, but he's not telling me who he killed. I mean, didn't you help me out on killing a nephew of mine? As I said, how can I arrest you? It says, acted dishonorably towards me. That's the crime? dishonorable. What dishonorable act I've done? Don't make me tell you to go take the vows and get out of here, sort of thing. But I mean, you shouldn't be imprisoned. I mean, you got good money here. I wonder if he was one of the backers of that past assassination plot. Maybe that was the crime. How can he be a kinslayer without killing someone? It's very odd of me. Unless he helped someone to assassinate somebody that's of his dynasty. I crave solitude and no longer seek the company from others. But I won't become a hermit. No. Not gonna be one of those sannyasis. Ascetic lifestyle isn't for me. Just take this area and then we're good. Guess we gotta occupy more. Hurry up. Now return. We got tribute and prestige. And with that, now we get 40% of their tax income to us. And we can call them on our wars if we wanted it to. Boy. Oh, by the way, that's my spy master. I forgot about him. Another thing about him. And what's wrong with her? Guess you're all feeling guilty, huh? Look, I think those two, they're the ones that helped me assassinate him. Oh. Just scheme more. It says, look, you all done nothing wrong. Alright? Nobody's getting imprisoned here. Nobody's getting imprisoned here. Speaking of prison, my half-sister. Imprisoned by who? Still guess not. Wait a minute, I remember him. Yeah, I remember that guy. He's the one that tried to steal my stuff. Seduction focus. Egads! What if he's seducing people somewhere from afar and then somehow capture them and then, I don't know, something isn't like that. Where's your wife? Where's your mother? Concubine of... Good Lord! This is scandalous! Another info about them. In the relation. They're lovers! That Fletcher! You know what this means? Look, I'm still in the prime of my life here, but, that's unacceptable. It was my father who made this promise that it's like, you will be married to the most beautiful woman in India. And it's him. Even though I felt, I'm saying this from this perspective, even though I feel a little jealous, it could have been me, but it went through him. And then somehow she eloped all the way over to Vingapura, which is in Rashtrakuta territory, which is currently at peace right now. And since he also has my prisoner, that means I could declare a free captives war. What do you mean, Maharaja? That guy's got my half-sister. You don't have any prisoners. And of course, my father is, whatever, he's a commander, but if we ever face him in battle, God, I hope I do not kill him if he's going to be around for long. But then again, he's getting his treatments from his company. I think we'll have to end the episode on that note, because I think this next episode is going to be probably one of the most interesting scenarios. And this reminds me of that free captives war I did when I was Venice. that little 3-episode miniseries. I think we're gonna have one of our own, and again, this whole idea of free captives. It's like, well, my brother, you're gonna get your piece eventually. I think you may have to step down as marshal, and I'll make you commander again. And in addition, since I want you to come to combat despite your lack of combat skill, maybe I should spend money to search for a smith and craft you some armor and weapons. I'll give it to you. Not to me. I can handle myself. I have a dual experience and a valuable experience. I can take care of myself. And you, on the other hand, I'm going to help you out. As I said, that's not right. I don't know how this came up, but it would piss me off even more if they made my half-sister a concubine, even though she's a little bit on the age, you know, mid-30s. Next episode, we're going to have our own version of the Trojan War. And since it's up against our nephew, too, we're going to be up against our nephew, too. Might as well be a mix of Trojan War with Kurukshetra War, you know, the war that's in the Mahabharata, which is, you know, kin versus kin. Well, this one is probably going to be a bit like that. It's my nephew, and my father is still alive, and he's still, you know, he's still the good Jain Ascetic, but he serves the army. But he hasn't killed anyone personally yet. I mean, the dungeon thing, don't worry about it. But he's never fought anyone. He's just there because of his martial skill, because of his sharp-minded wit. So, we hope to see you in this next episode, because this is going to be, I would say it's probably going to be devastating in terms of, I don't know. It's kin against kin. A part of it is kin. The woman is there. My sister is there. All that. I have more troops than he is, but he has an ally. Delhi. Which may not be much, but they got other ideas. Yes, they got other ideas. So, to the next episode. Until then, so long for now.